Have you ever felt capable, intelligent, and hardworking, yet overwhelmed? You know what to do, but yet you feel unmotivated or motivation actually disappears. Some people actually think this is laziness, while some people think this is lack of discipline. But what if the real reason is a different thing entirely? So today, we're going to talk about why high functioning people actually burn out and what is actually going through their brain. So overwhelm is not having too many tasks. Overwhelm is when your brain processes too many information than it can comfortably handle. So think about this. In an average day, you wake up in the morning, you check your phone or you're scrolling through your phone. And then what you're seeing there is new emails, new news notifications, new messages, new updates, new calls, coupled with your work demands or your school demands, or even new meetings, new decisions, or new responsibilities. This is actually switching your brain between tasks. And once this happens, cognitive overload sets in. And guess what? When your brain is overloaded, something interesting begins to happen, and that is motivation begins to shut down. High functioning people are very susceptible to this. And I'm saying this because high functioning people, they have more responsibilities. These people solve so many problems. They also support other people, and they hold themselves to higher standards because people look up to them. But then the brain has limits, and once you exceed this limit, it starts to provide or produce, protective responses to protect the nervous system. And that's when they start feeling fatigue, they start having mental or brain fog, they start having difficulty concentrating, and they even start to procrastinate. This is not laziness. This is just your brain trying to recover, and this is your nervous system trying to protect itself. One significant sign is that you start to feel tired even when you've rested. Imagine sleeping, waking up and still feeling tired. Imagine just sitting and you're still feeling tired. This is because mental overload actually drains energy even when you're not physically working. Another sign is that small tasks like just replying to emails or making small decisions or even just starting to work suddenly becomes heavy or becomes really difficult. Another thing is that you start to see yourself procrastinating about things you genuinely care about. These are signs that you're really overwhelmed, and many people think that this is laziness. Many people think this is lack of discipline. This is not laziness. This is not lack of discipline. This only shows that your brain needs recovery, and your nervous system is actually trying to slow down stimulation because it needs recovery. So we live in one of the most stimulating environments in human history. That's the digital world, where there is constant notification on your phone, on your tablet, on your MacBooks, constant scrolling, work communication tools, constant updates. This doesn't disengage your brain. Your brain is always, engaged. And then without brain recovery actually, your mental energy starts to drain. And that's when people start referring to themselves as unmotivated, as lazy. They will even go as far as saying that they feel so exhausted and discouraged while still having other responsibilities to manage. And that's because there's a lot of brain work and there's less recovery. So one of the simplest resets you can try takes less than 2 minutes. All you have to do is to step away from your screen, slow your breathing, relax your shoulders and your jaw, and then allow your attention to move away from constant stimulation. Small resets like this actually help your nervous system to regain stability. So one of the most harmful effects of overwhelm is that you start making these people think that they are not enough. You start making them tell themselves that they are lazy, they don't have discipline, or they lack discipline, or they don't have motivation. But the real problem is not motivation. And then you see them pushing harder, they're adding pressure, thinking that doing this will do the job. But no, the real problem is not motivation. The real problem is a mental overload. So if you've ever felt capable but overloaded, you're not alone. Because, in this world, there's a lot of stimulation, a lot of, work, hustle, and bustle. So you need to reset your mind and your nervous system. It has become an essential skill. It has become a life-saving skill. So small moments of recovery can make a huge difference. So if you're interested in learning simple ways to reset your mind when things feel overwhelmed, you can explore more resources at bodymindreaders.com. Enjoy! Thank you!